now we'll see one of the best matchups projected for the day. Maryland sending number 17 Branson John to take on number 25 Gavin Nelson in the 197-pound weight class.
And these two have already faced each other this year. November 2nd at the Southeast Open, John took the victory 11-4 by decision. So it'll be Nelson trying to reverse that result.
Nelson looking for a rematch win, also looking to rebound from a 13-8 fall to number 15 Remy Cotton of Rutgers. As Maryland still have no victories since the second bout with Braxton Brown, and John here being their best chance to get on the board more than their 3 points as a team today.
Yeah, both these wrestlers, like you mentioned, they lost to Rutgers' Remy Cotton, and they've already faced each other this season. So they've seen each other, they've seen common opponents, they know each other's moves. So this will be really interesting to watch and see how each of them respond.
And Jack, for Nelson here, there's the pressure of trying to rise his way up in the rankings as Minnesota as a team are trying to rise their way up. Both wrestlers still in gridlock here, not finding a good takedown lane. But Nelson is trying to take John's spot at least and get out, you know, from the top 25 to reaching the top 15, even the top 10 if things can break right for him. But he would need a decisive win here against Branson John.
No score here early, minute 30 remaining in the first period. As we've seen, just mostly a lot of hand fighting, pushing on the heads, nothing too much thus far.
Which is such a stark contrast to the last bout where Max McAnally was unrelenting and just farming takedowns, you could say.
I think McAnally knew that he could go for it, and knowing that he had the advantage over Angelis. These two both ranked. This is a great matchup where no one wrestler has a real advantage. So they're both studying each other, looking for openings.
So they're viewing this first period almost in an exploratory sense, trying to find out what leg they might want to go for and how they might find takedowns here, or if that's even the strategy. Maybe they're going to have to rely on an escape at the start of a period, as a takedown attempt there is unsuccessful for Nelson, who has control of the neck of John. Both of them still in gridlock, under 30 seconds in this first period.
Tempo starting to heat up a little bit. However, it's still mostly just hands slashing back and forth at each other.
And if this holds, this will be the first time today that neither wrestler has scored in the first period, but instead, John gets around. They won't rule it a takedown. Spinning around, can he get it here? No, held off by Nelson again. This time he will pick it up. Branson John securing a takedown just as the buzzer finishes. Maryland's first lead since the second bout.
It took the entire first period, but Branson John finally found an opening. Look at this right here. Picked him up, threw him around almost, and it just took a second for him to get in control. He gets on his back. 3 points awarded for Maryland. And now Branson John, he'll be in top position.
So Nelson will search for an escape quickly, as looks like they'll call a false start there.
We'll go for round two here. The 197 bout. The most entertaining one we've seen thus far, the most evenly balanced.
Two ranked wrestlers trying to work their way up into All-American qualifications as the escape goes to Nelson for his first point of the day. Both wrestlers locked up, and something interesting, Jack, Branson John said before this duel that something he wants to work on against ranked opponents is closing off his arms more, and we've seen so far, and even right here, that has been a key part of this gridlock, that John has been closing himself off, not letting Nelson pick off one arm and then try and spin around for a takedown. So John's still working here as Nelson looks for his first lead all bout.
Just grabbing each other by the neck, by the arms. Again, looking for that opening. Both guys been very patient so far. It took John the entirety of the first period to find that first opening where he secured that takedown.
And that opening did not come easy. I mean, the risk of going for a takedown here against another elite wrestler who could take advantage instantly. is quite high, and that's, I think, why we've seen such a low-scoring bout this time. Only 3-1, and a big departure from the technical falls that had preceded it. Nelson trying to get more aggressive as single leg attempt will fail there by John. Both locked up back in the middle.
Like we saw back in the first period, as the seconds wind down, we're at 30 now. It's starting to get a little bit more aggressive between the two, a little less patience being shown.
Nelson trying to find a lane, John looking to hold him off with a 2-point lead. Riding time has not become a factor yet, still could go to either wrestler. It's Nelson's attempt, he will escape from, to his fortune. And in neutral gridlock, it looks like we're gonna head into this third period tied up at 3-1. And they will do exactly that. And now, Jack, John mentioned that he's trying to work on closing off his arms and being better in third periods of Big Ten duels. This is a key test for him against a ranked wrestler as he tries to secure a victory.
Yeah, against ranked wrestlers, John is 4-0 against people who are ranked lower than him, which Nelson is, but he's 0-4 against those ranked higher. So he's looking to make it 5-0 against wrestlers who are ranked lower than him. However, he has struggled in that third period, like you mentioned.
This bout having key All-American consequences as the escape goes to John, who...
And now we're back to where we were at the start of the second period, basically, with each of those with each wrestler getting the escape at the start of second and third periods. 3-point advantage for number 17, Branson John.
Nelson still has not found a quality lane all bout. John holding him off mainly on defense since the second period started. Could be at risk of a stall warning as John goes for a single leg. Neither wrestler will get it though. Back into neutral. Jack, would you go for a leg takedown here, or would you try and get more creative if you were Nelson?
If I'm Nelson, I'm going for the leg. I see no other way that he's going to be able to get this with how John has been able to hold him off so far. As he goes for one right there, Nelson does. I feel like he just has to get almost lucky and catch John off guard with how good John has been at holding off the redshirt sophomore.
And the duel between these two wrestlers really puts definition into the word. This bout, arguably the most dramatic of the day. John trying to protect a 4-1 lead, 35 seconds to go in this bout. Nelson has been taking more risks, but none have paid off yet.
It's the loudest this crowd has been. It's a decent crowd that showed up, and they've been quiet up until this bout. So the final 20 seconds are here.
The Golden Gopher bench fired up, trying to see if Nelson can mount this comeback. John holding him off, goes for a single leg, held off again, tries to go and secure it. He won't be successful. Locked up his neck in the arms of John. 5 seconds to go. This is the deciding moment, as it looks like they will rule that was illegal contact there on the head.
3 seconds remaining. It's going to be quick move from Nelson. John's going to be ready.
You have one window for a takedown if you're Nelson, with the chance to move up the rankings on the line. Goes for it, tries to secure it, rolls him over, and the buzzer will go. And it'll be a 4-1 victory for Branson John, who outlasts Gavin Nelson to pick up Maryland's second bout win of the day.